Hey guys, we're up in my herb garden today, and if you're like me, one of the biggest problems you have is trying to use up your herbs before they start bolting. This is what we've got here, is this basil plant has started bolting. I'm going to show you an easy trick today though to take care of this. You can come through and try to pinch these flowers off as they come up. And well, let me back up. If you're not familiar with why this is a bad problem, your basil, most of your herbs, honestly, when they start bolting like this, sending up their flower seeds, they lose a lot of their flavor. They start to die off. So they're just about done at that point. And my tomatoes are far from done. So I'm going to show you a trick here with your basil that you can do to extend it. When it starts getting to this point, starts to bolt, find you a good piece like this right here that hasn't bolted yet. You can do this with one that has bolted, and we're just going to take that off right down at the stem. So now I've got this piece of basil here, and I'm going to show you how we can extend our basil season to basically just have an endless amount of basil. Super, super easy. Let's go take a look in the backyard, and I'll show you what I've already done with one of these. All right, so this is super easy. I've seen all kinds of things about people trying to sell devices to generate plants. You don't need that. All you need is a cup of water. So what I'm going to do is just peel off the bottom leaves, pinch off the stem, and it doesn't really matter where you do it. I tend to do it at a leaf node and just pinch it off, and that's it. I'm going to put it in this glass here. I'm going to add some water to it, and that's it. Set it in a shady spot, and in about a week or two, look what we've got here, roots. This thing's ready to plant. It'll become a whole new basil plant, and it'll have to grow. It'll grow great big like that, and it'll bolt as well. But all you got to do, pinch a piece off, put it in some water, set it in a shady spot, and give it about a week. Here, I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with water. Just use that water. Give this about a week, week and a half, and we're going to end up with roots like this, and then we can just plant this out. Now, I will say, if you're doing this, like I said, in a shady spot or in indoors, you can do this in a window in your kitchen, wherever. You're going to want to make sure you harden this off before you plant it out. You don't want to take it from nice, cool, inside area, take it outside, put it in full sun and plant it out. It'll wilt and it'll have a hard time. I've already kind of hardened this off. I've been setting it out in the sun a couple hours a day. Well, what I do is I set it out in the sun for about an hour or two and then move it back into the shade. And then the next day, same thing, a couple hours, move it back into the shade. And then after that, it's usually okay. You can just leave it in the sun. But this thing's ready to plant. So I'm going to go put this in the ground, and then we're going to have a whole new basil plant. And that'll probably last me, between these two, that'll probably last me through the end of the season. I mean, we're already in, in late August, almost September. So I'll have basil for the rest of the year, fresh basil, without it bolting. So that's a really great way to just extend your harvest. There's lots of plants you can do this with. Basil is one of the herbs that does this very, very easily. Most house plants, honestly, you can do the same thing with. You just pinch them off, put it in a glass of water, and roots will form in a couple of days or a week, something like that. But this has got a good root mass to it. It's ready to go, and stick that in the ground. It's going to grow a whole new basil plant. So anyway, this is a really short video. I've just been seeing some things online lately about, like these devices that are made to propagate plants. Complex, makes it look really complex, hard to do, and all these steps. This is it. Stick it in a glass of water and let it go. That's all you got to do. So thanks guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this short little video today. And as always, God bless.